'Cause it's been a long time, been a long time, been a long... There we go. Should probably pull it up on my phone. Probably plug my phone in as well. That's some cute stuff. I always like me some Daiku. Alright, let's pull this up on my phone and plug my phone in so it won't die. See some of you already here. Prince of Levaria, Let's Watch, Noctuck Days. Got 5 people watching. It's been a long time since I've streamed anything. A lot of things have happened since last time I played Spider-Man. Like I've been out of town a lot on weekends, which is usually when I would stream. And no, I went to Kansas City, I think twice since last time I streamed. I went to Charleston 3 times to visit family. On top of like just getting swamped with, Volume 6's finale, having to do that video, the Valentine's Day special, keeping up with Genlock, working on this Bumblebee video, which is what I was doing earlier today. Continuing to write Ruby on. Suffering in my crippling depression. Yeah, now let's pick things back up with Spider-Man. Last time, if memory serves me correctly, we finished up the stuff with Lee.
The demons
well, not
blow that whole building.
Not really finishing off Lee, but
bomb break by the demons. Disable the primary device. Then use the arming key to kill the secondaries.
Giddy up.
But like the second act stuff with when he tried like destroying parts of the city.
Not again. Not on my watch.
So yeah, this is actually because another thing that kept me from streaming for a while was Kingdom Hearts 3. I got that game and played it all the way through. It was all right. No, there's things I liked about it, things I didn't like about it, and the things I didn't like about it were the same things I don't like about Final Fantasy. So, only so much you can do.
Don't think about the block of C4 this is wired to.
Go ahead and just put these in for now. Swap this one out for the 4. Yep, that should be good.
That did it. One down. Secondary bombs are on a timer, though. Gotta hurry to disarm them.
And then, oh god, what else has happened to me in that time?
Yeah,
I know there's other
I mean,
things I was gonna say about, like, things that have kept me from
Anytime,
streaming.
officer.
Oh,
Anytime.
yeah. So other than, like, that week I spent playing Kingdom Hearts 3, this is only the second time I've played a game at all since the last time I streamed. And the first time being literally last night. Fat Man and Dashy, they got the game for me. Cause I'm Brad Braddington. I wanted to punch my voice so hard for doing the Leonard voice, but the Brad Braddington voice was a freaking treasure. I cannot wait to stream that game with them again, and hopefully this time actually succeed in wooing Mermaid Girl. And she's cute. Princess Laveri said, "How are you liking Genlock?" I'm sold but not hooked. I said that on Twitter after the finale. The finale was pretty good. One of the better episodes, probably the best episode.
Hello?
And
Parker. Just
I kind of like where it seems like they're going with it with Sinclair coming back.
Wait. Where are the arms? Oh wow. So
Yeah.
cool. But how did you?
Intracranial neural network. Neurotransmission speeds under 1 nanosecond. Faster than signals travel inside the brain. Never mind to an external prosthesis. We did it, Peter. No one can take this away from us.
We're gonna do the finale podcast here in the next
And your work on the neural web.
later this week, probably Thursday,
But
maybe
we haven't
Wednesday.
even tested it yet. There's so much we don't know.
It works beautifully.
Let's watch, ask,
take a
question,
look.
thoughts on Captain Marvel if you've seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I have seen some very not good things about it.
Little error though. Voltage spike. Should be an easy fix. See if that worked. No, this is worse than I thought.
I've kind of pined on Twitter some of the, like, backlash that Captain Marvel is unfairly getting. Like, the whole, like, I've been seeing a lot of videos floating around about, like, oh, Brie Larson is ruining Marvel. For, like, yeah, she's a progressive leftist or whatever, but I follow her on Twitter. I've seen the stuff she posts. It is some of the most innocuous stuff you can imagine. And these people are like blowing a fuse over it. And I just don't get that level of backlash. I don't understand where those people are coming from.
Hope that's stabilized.
Like if the movie doesn't like succeed, it'll fail
Damn it,
because
Spike is cascading. I don't know if I can fix this.
of the poor marketing. It'll fail because the trailers suck. It'll fail for all the same reasons that Solo failed. I don't remember how to do this one because I can't remove that. Oh. I know how. But I need pieces I don't have. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm blind. Now with that, I can swap this out for a 4.
Come on.
There we go. Let's watch saw it. It's fine. One of the weaker MCU movies. 6.8 out of 10. Probably would have liked it more if Brie Larson would shut up, but whatever. Yeah. You tell him, Ren. I mean,
Doctor?
Mercury. I mean, Peter Parker.
Doctor, I found a potential problem.
Everything has problems if you look hard enough. But fortune favors the bold. It's time to show the world
8
what we've
limbs.
done.
Otto
The
Octavius.
neural web isn't isolating your motor neurons. It could be affecting other parts of your brain, your inhibitions, your mood. I just think we need some more
We've
testing.
done enough! For the first time in my life, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
Otto, you're
Ben
not a
Tennyson.
failure. But this could permanently damage your mind.
Neil from Camp. Speaking of which, I still have not actually watched Season 3 of Camp, and Season 4 is about to start. I should probably watch Season 3. Because I like Season 1 and 2 just fine. I actually loved Season 1. Season 2 was definitely a step backwards, but, you know.
We're close.
Gag series! They only have so much longevity! There's only so many times you can tell the same joke before it gets old.
Go. Go.
You sure
And that's the Pearl Red vs. Blue hit.
Yes.
And I recently rewatched
Thank you, Peter.
Red vs. Blue. I rewatched Blood Gulch Saga like back in October when I first started planning those videos. That's actually when I wrote the script to that first video. Then I watched the Freelancer stuff like I don't know, a month or 2 ago, knowing that I was gonna get close, knowing that I was getting close to when I wanted to do those videos, and then yeah, I actually recently rewatched season 15, and I'm ready to do the script for those seasons now. Yep.
You have no idea what you're in for.
I do, because I read comic books and I know exactly who Otto Octavius is. Like this game does a good job at portraying their relationship, but still, you know, it's still a little too obvious because of how famous Dr. Octopus is. Like, they did a lot better job with... There's so many story things in this game that are kind of frustrating. Because the setup for Mr. Negative and him being Martin Lee is a lot better because Mr. Negative is a much more obscure villain that not very many people know about.
Look, if you didn't want to work there anymore,
But
Jay and I would understand.
they totally dropped the ball by not actually showing the moment where Peter Parker finds out that Mr. Negative is Martin Lee. That cutscene like
true.
just
Assuming he's doing the
didn't
right
make
thing.
it to the final
I
product.
got you that job. I'd hate for you to keep doing it if you think it's wrong.
Oh, the people here. Nothing Martin Lee did is their fault. They need help and I'm helping them. I think Dad would want me to stay. I think he'd be proud.
I know he would. And Miles, I'm proud of you too. Anytime you want to talk, just call. Sorry.
Gotta go. May just gave me a list of all the supplies to get. Alright, later.
God, that web zip jump is arguably more satisfying than the web swinging. I love it.
Congratulations, Captain. You got the City Hall bomber.
Let's watch that, Mercury. Shouldn't you worry about Salem and her flying monkeys going to Alice right about now? I love Ruby jokes. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about it. He's on her side.
Peter,
You okay?
I'm getting by.
I don't know how I feel about you running this place all by yourself.
And these people need help. If I lose a few hours of sleep, so be it.
So have you heard from Mr. Lee since...
No. But the Martin I know couldn't have done that. Whatever's become of him, that's not the one I want to remember. So, how are things with MJ?
Oh, it's, well, you know, she's, it's complicated.
Honesty. That's what got me and Ben through the rough patches.
You guys had rough patches?
Oh, sure. Especially when we were your age. So, are you honest with her? Does she know the real you?
Hey, turn it up. I want to hear this.
A spokesperson for the police has confirmed that this was the truck carrying the device used in the Grand Central Terminal attack.
Oh, it never ends. Peter?
Yep. I love all the costumes in this. Okay, there's some that I don't like, but the ones I don't like are ones that, like, I just don't like the idea behind the costume. Hey, one of the few costumes I don't like at all is the default one.
Still there.
Into it.
Still secure. If the demons got to that truck, this just went from bad to catastrophic.
Yeah, I think this is when the last act begins.
Hey, Yuri, like I was saying, congrats. You got the City Hall bomber.
We got him.
Tomato, tomato. My point is, you've been burning the candle at both ends lately. You should take a vacation.
I'm not exactly the tourist type. But once we've rounded up the rest of Lee's people, maybe I will. No planes, no suitcases, just uninterrupted sleep.
Oh, you are a party animal. But hey, whatever floats your cruise ship. Or doesn't. You've earned it.
Mitchell Woodard asked, what do you consider to be the best video game story? It would have to be an 0451 title. The 0451 style games are the only ones that really seem to utilize, like, story, gameplay, exploration, customization, like, everything, to varying degrees, at least. And so I would have to say, like,
What about the raft?
Bioshock, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, maybe.
Good. What about the Devil's Raft?
Human Revolution, maybe? Human Revolution probably actually has a better story than Mankind Divided. Mankind Divided just has better gameplay. With how smooth everything is.
You should have worn your seatbelt.
Arkham City is also up there. Arkham City is also up there as far as, like, more cinematic games, and it uses the video game medium pretty well. There's a lot of things where it's like, okay, then you're basically just playing a season of a television show.
Check him out. Hurry.
I'm on it. Spider-Man!
Attention all COs. Institute lockdown procedures. Hammer rush! Let's take them. All inmates return to your cells. Repeat, return to your cells. This is your last warning.
I think you guys need a little more plan in your escape plan.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of reasons why I think this game is not as good as the Arkham games. Like even Arkham City, or even Arkham Knight, rather. Arkham Knight is probably the weakest of the games because it's got the least amount of focus with the whole like Batmobile, Bat Tank stuff. But even that I would say is at least a better story than this. And here's why, like, yes, both Arkham Asylum and this game are superhero games made for fans of the superhero. But one of my biggest problems with the story in this, other than how much they dropped the ball with Martin Lee and his revelation, it never gives the other villains time to, like, really develop. Or for your interest in them to develop. So if you're not already familiar with, like... If you're not already familiar with Rhino, Shocker, Electro, Vulture, Scorpion, then this game is not going to make you a fan, because they are, you know, last-minute additions. All the, like, classic Spider-Man villains are shoehorned in the last couple levels, starting here. Whereas in, like, Arkham Asylum, yeah, that neither one of them gets all that much screen time other than the Joker and maybe Harley Quinn. But you get bits and pieces of them throughout. Like, you get the Titan battles before you get Bane, and then after you defeat Bane, you still get, like, Titan battles and stuff involving Venom and his contribution to Joker's plot. Same thing with, like, Poison Ivy. You see Poison Ivy in the holdup.
On my way.
In the max security area or whatever, and then she gets freed, and then you have to deal with her stuff for a long time after that.
Someone's trapped behind that door.
Or Scarecrow. You encounter Scarecrow 3 times before you defeat him in Arkham Asylum. Whereas this, like, I'm gonna use Vulture as the example. Vulture shows up at the end of this level. Spoiler alert, by the way. And you have, like, a brief encounter with him, and then he shows up one more time as you defeat him. And it's just, like, the boss battle between you, him, and Electro is there too. You have to fight him and Electro at the same time. I think a better way to do this would be to spread out the boss battles a bit more. Where you encounter, like, Electro and Vulture earlier on in the story, and so when you have to fight them all at once,
They're attacking my car!
then it's like, oh, these guys were a challenge before, now they're all together. A challenge by themselves before, now they're all together. I just think that would have been a lot more compelling way to deal with this. To deal with having this many villains.
Right, I'm on it.
Warning! Come on out! You know how it feels.
Gotta take them all out. Look out!
Callie Tori asks, what's your opinion on Yang Gang? I don't know what Yang Gang is.
It can always get worse.
I assume it's a Ruby thing. So yeah, I have no opinion. Like that, what even is that?
Good work. Just a few left. Just a couple more. They're stealing a chopper.
Imperator Dragon said Kingpin did nothing wrong. Noctuck Days said, wait, Venom exists in DC Comics? No, the chemical Venom is what I meant by that. The chemical Venom, which is what Bane uses to increase his strength. It's a major MacGuffin thing in Arkham Asylum that Joker is using Venom to create a new form of Venom called Titan, which is how he creates all those monsters. So smooth. The animation in this is so smooth.
License and registration, please.
Okay, looks like things are somewhat under control.
I thought you said the raft was secure.
It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out!
This is the first time Electro has actually appeared in the game. Like, he's been mentioned a few times, but this is his first appearance, and it's this late in the game.
Hold on! You
One
okay?
thing Mitchell Woodard said, one thing I liked about the Spider-Man game is that they actually made it a point to show how much of an influence Kingpin has in that everything goes wrong when he gets locked up. Yeah, kind of, but I don't think they do such a good job on that, honestly,
See how bad the situation.
because
I'll go join the party.
like what his contribution actually boils down to is that he was protecting Norman Osborn, and with him and his muscle gone, Mr. Negative and Dr. Octopus can now like take on their revenge for Norman. Like, Norman is actually the one who is the one who causes the problems, not Kingpin. considering Kingpin is still calling the shots from prison, like, again, like I don't feel like it landed. Like, after the first time I beat the story, I was like, okay, what was the point of, like, Kingpin's threats? There wasn't even a gang war. It was just the demons moving in on his turf while he was in prison. First time Rhino has showed up. Again, he's been mentioned a few times by J. Jonah Jameson, but this was the first time.
Unexpected power surge detected. Power response blockade.
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just
First time
trapped in a prison
Scorpion
with every
showed
criminal
up.
I put away the
This is too good to be true.
Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business.
Let's watch said question. Have you seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Yes. In fact, that was the last time I streamed this game, was to talk about that movie. Because if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. As such a great movie, and my new favorite Spider-Man movie now. Maybe it just got overhyped for me, because I didn't feel that connection to the movie. It's a beautiful movie. It's very well written and extremely well animated, but I think both of the first two Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies and Spider-Man Homecoming are better than Into the Spider-Verse. Like, I watched How to Train Your Dragon 2, or How to Train Your Dragon 3, rather. The third How to Train Your Dragon movie, when it came out, two or so weeks ago. And that movie was, I'd say it was way better than Into the Spider-Verse.
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now
Nothing against Into the Spider-Verse, but it's like an 8 out of 10. It's a solid movie. But other than, like, some stylish animation, there's nothing really special about it. I think it boils down to, like, it's a Spider-Man movie for Spider-Man fans, not for movie fans or animation fans. Like, there's nothing really to it beyond, oh, here's a bunch of Spider-Man, watch them interact for a few minutes and fight Kingpin.
Come on, Spider-Man! I thought this was a chase!
Gotta stop this guy.
Can't stop me. But I'm flattered that you still try.
If you tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you. Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
Gotcha!
And the first time Vulture has shown up.
No see. We're going to have so much fun!
Sorry, no time to talk.
Still with me, huh?
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped, including Martin Lee. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading into the city.
I also don't like how sluggish you turn when you land in water. Like, I can't, it's not even letting me jump, really. Like, just touching the water, yeah, I'm holding down R2 and mashing X right now. Yeah, just touching water makes you sink like a rock.
Electro! Stop! How do you like my new suit?
Dashing. Where'd you get it?
It's an exclusive club.
Remember, he said not to kill him. Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want
I do like the scene though. Again, like it would land a lot more if, you know, they allowed people who were unfamiliar with the comic books to really get a feel for all these villains before you fight them all at once.
First and final warning. Stay out of our way. Each of you has a job to do. Your debts will be repaid when we're done. Go!
Mitchell Woodard said, yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Spider-Verse didn't stick with me as much as Spider-Man 2. Otto was just generally a better villain than Kingpin. Yeah, Imperator Dragon said one more day was a mistake. Yes, it was. Lunchbox said, that's one of the few things I don't like about this game. Vulture sucks in this game, so disappointing, especially after how great he was in Spider-Man Homecoming. Nocturne Days asked, is the 2099 suit your favorite suit in the game? No, it's just what I'm wearing right now. Unbeatable Robin asked, how is Into the Spider-Verse? I literally just talked about it. I liked it. It was solid, but it wasn't all that, like, amazing by any means.
All these years. All these lies. It's over, Norman. Time to give them the truth.
Imperator Dragon said, who's the better Spider-Man villain? Doc Ock was always my favorite in the comics. Green Goblin's pretty hard to beat as well.
Can you pass those out for me? Sure.
They are working around the clock on a cure for this deadly disease. The citywide quarantine is being heavily enforced by Sable International, who maintain tight security over all transit points. Throughout the city, police and Sable agents continue to battle with Rikers and Raft escapees. Meanwhile, Mayor Osborn has gone on record blaming Spider-Man for the prison break and citywide sickness, and branding him a fugitive. but he has yet to provide evidence. And many believe the mayor is just deflecting blame, since an exclusive report by the Bugle revealed that this disease originated in a secret, unregulated Oscorp laboratory here in Manhattan. Mayor Osborn insists that Oscorp is working with the NDC on an anti-serum, but has not provided any further evidence to support this claim.
Let's watch that. So Spider-Verse got the Frozen treatment where people who saw it early, me included, overhyped it so much that your expectations were up here when it should have been kind of here. I'd say yes, except
Why?
Spider-Verse might be a better movie overall than Frozen. It has fewer flaws, but I felt a much stronger because I didn't watch Frozen early. I don't even think I didn't even see it. Did I see it in theaters?
Seems I have 192 non-broken ones. Thanks for taking.
No, I don't think I even saw it in theaters.
The hard part was keeping you hidden from signals. They've branded you a priority target, you know.
I humbly accept.
And my roommate did, and he loved it. And he hyped it up a lot.
I don't know.
Over those few months. But when I did see Frozen, I felt a much stronger emotional connection to it than I did Spider-Verse. So I'd say Spider-Verse is probably the better animated movie and probably the better written story, but Frozen is the better total package.
What else you got?
Frozen did everything it had to do.
So she's just rounding people up indiscriminately, holding them captive in bases around the city. I've even heard rumors of enhanced interrogation tactics.
You mean torture? Don't worry, I'm on it. This is our city, Yuri. It's time we take it back.
Great. My men are tracking the supervillains. I'll update you when we make progress.
I don't have enough
For now, do your best to stabilize the city.
1051. Fugitives in multiple vehicles are causing a major disturbance. Report came in from Little Italy.
All done. That makes it, what, 100 counts of assaulting a Sable agent? Gotta stop this before they kill someone. Hey, your tactor expired. Like some dystopian sci-fi movie. Of course, the city.
Let's see. Let's go to the nearest challenge thing. Get some challenge tokens. We'll leave that be. So I'm kind of not wanting to help Sable right now.
I've been trying to reach you all day. Are you okay? The prison break turned the city upside down overnight.
I'm fine, May. Staying safe. I'm more worried about you.
Oh no, don't you do that. Feast is the safest.
Let's watch that question. Thoughts on the Resident Evil 2 remake? From what I've seen of it, looks pretty cool.
I don't have much time.
I didn't want to do a bomb one. These are the hardest to get tokens on.
Boom goes the dynamite. the last bomb. So close to perfection.
But is that enough to get the suit? Yes it is. There. So that's the suit I'm going. This is my favorite suit in the game, or actually the Sam Raimi web suit is, but this is probably like second. Then I would go with like the Homecoming suit, and then the classic suit. Also, I like all the suits. The only ones I like really just don't like are like the Ghost Rider one, or I don't like this one either. I don't like Spider-Punk. None of the suit mods are any good either. They're unnecessary.
Spider-Man, the Raft MVPs are back on the grid, laying siege to our police precincts. My men need your help, now. Get to a vantage point in Midtown and I'll explain.
On my way. Is it Octavius?
No, 2 of his flunkies, still searching for the doctor. I have to be honest, that one scares me. Might be the smartest supervillain I've ever encountered.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Hold tight, Captain. Felicia's close to her goal. I've got to put an end to this, and fast. This area's full of Wall Street guys. Target-rich environment. There it is. She's obviously familiar with these places. And that gives me an idea how to catch her.
This is Stable Control. What's the situation in Koreatown? APC Foxtrot reporting. In pursuit of escaped prisoners.
Hey May, just wanted
I
to
know
check.
it's very
Are you doing
anti-Spider-Man,
okay?
but
I worry about you.
I'm going to be ignoring most of the
no,
crimes.
Don't do that. Feast is the safest place in the city right now. Our sister locations uptown, not so much. But we're safe and secure down here.
Let's hope it stays that way. I'll stop by when I can, May. Love you.
You too, Peter.
Okay, Captain, got eyes on. Fill
There
me
you
in.
go.
Rhino's assaulting
Vicky
the
Jones
Upper
said
West
that's not very
Precinct.
cash money of you
Electro's in
to
the Upper
ignore
East.
crimes.
We need you to
No,
turn the tide.
it's not.
Head to either. They're both equally screwed.
So I have to go to both eventually.
Peter, are you available?
Let's go to the
We need help at
furthest one
Feast's sister
first.
side of town.
The Veterans Center in Harlem. What's wrong?
Men from Rikers are demanding food and supplies. The staff are barricaded inside, but they need help. Miles and I are headed there to evacuate the staff.
Don't do anything until I get there, May. I'll meet you in Harlem. May sounds exhausted. I really hope she isn't sick. I need to help Yuri, then get to Harlem.
Yeah, this whole last section of the game is very it's very Arkham City, with everything being overrun. Like, look at the map, and you got all these like little dots with where Sable agents and other gangs are.
My men are sheltering civilians at the Upper West Side precinct, but Rhino and a group of escaped convicts are laying siege to the building.
I'm nearly there. Seeing an ominous red glow on the horizon.
That would be Rhino's handiwork. Hurry, the building won't survive much more structural damage.
1043. Armed hostiles are attacking a police transport. Location is Firehouse on the west side.
Hurry! We're gonna need a bigger train.
I don't have any I've been going for about an hour. So, I'll just keep going until I feel like stopping.
Yuri, Rhino's on the move, but former guests of Rikers are laying into your police barricades. I'm gonna even the odds.
Do it. If those barricades fall, the people inside are done for.
Never seen Rhino walk away from a fight like this. He must be working on orders from Dr. Octavius, making quick hit and runs on the city's emergency response teams.
Let's take out the big guy first.
Get to the other barricade! I need you!
Pretty smooth.
Spider-Man! Up top! Convicts are launching RPG! They'll bring down the building!
Not gonna let that happen. I'm on it. One roof clear.
Target acquired. Proceeding to pacify.
There are easier ways to ask for an autograph. Jetpacks. I thought it was a good idea to give these guys jetpacks. Guys, we're on the same team. At least wait to attack me till after we take out the convicts.
All lawbreakers will be pacified.
Pacified? Anyone else feeling very 1984 right now? Oh, just me? Anybody?
payback for pushing me away!
Riker's escapees are down. Need to deal with Sable's flying monkeys now. Yuri, precinct is secure. And I just found out what it means to be Sable's priority target. Not fun.
That'll teach you to piss off international mercenaries.
Guess so. I'm headed across the park to deal with Electro. Call you when I'm there.
Great. I'll let my men know to expect you.
Miles left a voicemail.
Pete! Hey, Pete! Hey, May wanted me to call you. Things at the Veteran Center are not good. Convicts are trying to break down the doors. Mary Jane's here, but we're getting people out of the basement. We need more help. I hope you can get here soon.
I need to finish with the precincts fast and get to Harlem.
Yeah.
All units, reports of snipers targeting officers. Officers needed in Gracie Mansion. Please copy.
Arctic Day said... Oh. Miki Joe said, pretty sure those guys are dead at this point. If you're talking about people who get knocked off roofs, if you actually watch them fall, they actually get webbed up to the walls. Mitchell Woodard said, those jetpack Sable guys piss me off. Arctic Day said, if this is 1984, then the government must not be tracking people's cell phones for crimes. Let's Watch said, question, thoughts on the DCEU movies? I think they all suck. I have not seen Aquaman, but I have also not heard good things about Aquaman. Wonder Woman was just kind of okay. Like, it was good, but not even as good as, like, the first Captain America movie. Or the first Thor movie.
Yuri, complicated was an understatement. I'm gonna have to disable these transformers to free your men.
Even if you manage that, they'll still need your help with the demons.
That's why I'm here, ready to serve all your electricity and demon-related needs. Five transformers total. Loading them up with webbing should cause them to overheat. I hope. More of these. Dealing with Electro's elaborate supervillain antics while he was in the raft. Trapping the police with a network of energy transformers? Who does that?
Yeah, see. He's webbed up to this wall now. That's not good.
last transformer trapping the police is hanging from that helicopter. Wow. Bet you that's the first time anyone has said those particular words in that particular order.
I forgot how intense this game could actually be.
Police are free, but demons aren't backing down. Need to lend a hand.
Man of Steel was a disappointment. Batman v Superman was a crime against humanity. Suicide Squad was a freaking joke. Had some good things about it, but it was the movie equivalent to Hot Topic. It really was. It was, no. Like corporate mandated edginess. Government sponsored anarchy. That's Suicide Squad in a nutshell.
Okay, Yuri. Both precincts are secure. I need to sign off for a bit.
Professor Ellis had ever thought of playing Dark Souls. If I had the game, I would.
Okay.
Probably.
Need to hustle to Feast's sister site in Harlem and help
I
May.
played Bloodborne for a couple streams.
Thank God.
Probably not gonna play Bloodborne on the stream again, just because, like,
are you okay? What's happening?
Where I'm at in that game, on that playthrough, is when it starts getting like really frustrating for me and really grindy for me, and I just don't think it's it's just not a fun game to stream.
Move it, Pete.
Y'all don't want to see me just like grinding on smaller enemies to level up for hours on end.
MJ, stay back. I don't want to have to
Mitchell
rescue
Woodard
you too.
said ever consider streaming Devil May Cry. Again, if I had the game, I definitely would. That is definitely the kind of game I am into and would love to just play on my own time and then stream, like I did God of War. Professor Ella said in the new game Sekiro, I heard if you die too many times, it's game over.
I got you. Hang on!
That doesn't sound like good game design to me. I just the whole life system is very archaic, and it only worked in like arcade games where you were limited to how many lives you had, and that's how they made their money. Is like, oh, game over, time to pop in some more coins to get more lives. Like, outside of that context, the life system is only an annoyance. It was only an annoyance in the NES days with Mario. And I don't get why Mario still uses that system, like, because when you get a game over in that, like,
oh my God,
it doesn't do anything.
Go!
Because it saves your progress anyway, so you just start at the beginning of the level anyway. It's just, it's really weird. God, Miles would be getting so many splinters from that.
We've got you. We've got you.
Vincent A10 said, I doubt that is the point in Sekiro. I have seen gameplay. The extra lives allow you to resurrect on the spot. If you lose all lives, you go back to the checkpoint. Yeah, I don't know. I am interested in Sekiro. It's going to be a while before I actually get it, though. Like, I just don't get very many new games.
Everyone is safe.
They're just too expensive. Like, the only reason why I got Kingdom Hearts 3 is because someone literally gave it to me.
As dead as I would have been the last 8,500 times you saved me.
Same thing with Spider-Man.
Sure I, you a few.
I got it for Christmas.
Oh, that's smart.
Hey. I'm sorry I screwed things up.
Oh.
It's just hard being the one who always gets saved, you know? Sometimes I want to do the saving.
I'm sorry I made you feel like you couldn't. Still partners?
Always.
Hey, so I didn't know if, you wanted sparkling or flat or spring or mountain spring. So I got one of each. Am I interrupting?
No, MJ, Ms. Watson, and I were just talking strategy.
Strategy?
That's right. The city is in danger. It needs our help.
All of our help.
All right, well, call the play, Coach.
Okay. Divide and conquer. Ms. Watson, we need an anti-serum for Devil's Breath. Oscorp's developing something, but there's no way they can keep it safe from Octavius and Lee. We need to find the cure and protect it.
I'll chase down some leads.
Miles, you need to be my eyes and ears at Feast.
Her red hair, blue eye combos, like my
need to keep that place
freaking kryptonite, man.
Right, you got it. What are you gonna do?
Gang of costume
makes me all
nutjobs
weak in the
taking the
knees.
city apart piece by piece. Time I return the favor.
All right. Hey, wait. How do I call you? I mean, do you have like a cell phone in your pockets or something?
Ms. Watson can give you my number. Good luck, team.
Do you have his number? Are you Spider-Man's girlfriend? That'd be so cool.
Come on, Sherlock. Show me what you got in this water smorgasbord.
I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Get back to work on my Bumblebee video probably. I'm gonna activate this this tower.
You know what I like about you, kid? You're always getting better.
Gee, thanks, creepy stalker guy.
Call me Taskmaster.
Because you keep leaving me tasks? That's kind of on the nose.
That missile followed me for a long time.
These mercenaries wouldn't happen to be your mercenaries, would they?
No. All I know is they're getting paid well for their work. Unless you stop them, that is.
What's in it for you?
I get to watch and learn.
City feels a little more under control. Miles is watching Feast, MJ is tracking a Devil's Breath cure. Time for me to focus on finding Otto, stopping whatever he has planned. Yuri, we need to start tracking the big boys. Still no leads on Octavius?
No, nothing. Forensics can't even do a sweep of Times Square. Everyone in that department but the intern is sick.
I might be able to turn something up. Let you know what I find.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop.
Every tower in the city's now up and running.
Maybe it'll help keep the city a little bit safer.
Every little bit helps.
You think we're gonna make it, Yuri?
Who knows? But I'm not ready to give up yet.
Me either.
Sable teams, this is Control. What's our status at Morningside Heights? Need reinforcements at Outpost Foxtrot. We're taking fire.
Nope.
So many things happening all at once. I just want to wrap up the stream so I can get back to work on my videos. I got these sable douche nozzles interfering with my ability to catch a bird.
How can I fail at pigeon catching? I hope nobody sees me doing this.
Professor Ellis said Dark Souls 1 has a lot of symbolism, such things as like Halloween and such. Like it could be symbolism for depression or life in general. That's why I said I'm honestly excited for Last of Us Part 2. First game was so great, so excited to see what they come up with next. I really liked Last of Us, but I'm not going to get Last of Us 2. I'm not going to play it. The developers... No, the director of that game basically said, we don't make games for you to have fun, and I'm just like, well, I don't buy games to not have fun, so bye. Morgan S. said, if you watch Quintessential Quintuplets, you can get 5 blue-eyed redheads at once. That's what I've heard. That, I'm screenshotting that because I've been trying to remember the name of that show for a while. So that's been recommended to me a couple times, but I keep forgetting the name. So I'm screenshotting that. Professor Ellis said, Media, you should keep going. I would like to keep going, but I got other things I gotta do. Like, y'all want that Bumblebee video sometime in the next week and a half, I assume. And that's gonna take a long time. And I also got, other videos, other projects I'm working on. So I'm gonna call it quits here, especially after that humiliating death. So I'm gonna catch this bird.
I hope nobody sees me doing this.
And then I'm gonna call it quits.
Taking you home, buddy.
There. So, until next time, I'm Mediocrity4. Thanks for watching.